Good morning everybody, Car Biker here. 4 of us going out today. I'm doing this group ride thing quite a bit at the moment, it seems. We've got 4 bikes. We're going for a little ride on this, well, I would say a lovely Saturday morning. It's just been raining a little bit, but it's supposed to be clearing up nicely. So we've got 3 with me today on this Honda. We've got Chris. Hello Chris.
Hello. Hi.
On the Triumph we've got Dave.
Hiya.
Hello Dave.
Hiya.
And on the lovely Ninja we've got Jamie. We're just going to go for a little run. We're in Bainton at the minute, watching the leaves fall from the trees. It's very, very autumnal. And we're going to head up to Helmsley, to the Helmsley-Stokesley Road, which is part of what people call the North Yorkshire TT, or North York TT. Then we're going to head eastwards, come south through the North York Moors, through Dalby Forest for a bit of prettiness and a nice relaxed ride, and finally to Scarborough. We're hoping, as I say, that this weather all clears up and we have a nice little run. And I should really tear my bike off, otherwise I might be not going anywhere with a flat battery. And we're off. And it's looking brighter already. My visor's starting to dry. My my screen looks a bit dropletty. I think I need to polish that again. It's picked up something off the road, and now it certainly separates the rain into tiny drops and makes it very hard to see through the screen. Yeah, brighten up already. Hopefully this is all going to dry out and be lovely. We'll have a good run. Definitely better to do the Yorkshire TT road without a wet road if possible. I've been doing quite a few group rides recently, only small ones. So I went out with Chris and Graham, and Chris, Graham, Dave and Jamie, and then the other day Graham and Chris and over to see Silver Fox and Ainsworth Rider, Nick and James. I've been really enjoying it, because I do a lot of solo riding, although recently I haven't done a lot of solo riding. I do kind of crave a solo ride as well, so I will have to get out on my bike by myself and go somewhere. I do like being solo rider as well. Something nice about just the peaceful nature and no need to worry about getting anywhere at a certain time or anything like that. You can just go at your own speed, go where you want to go, turn off and go the wrong way whenever you feel like it, because you want to do a bit of exploring. But the group rides are great too. Going and grabbing a coffee and having a good natter. And it got me thinking, since COVID, it's not been that many group rides. I have to say, if I look at the people that used to do the group rides, most of them don't seem to even be putting videos up anymore. It just kind of stopped, and I wonder if the COVID had something to do with it. So I wonder if I should organise another group ride, or whether people are no longer interested in it. To do a decent size one, you know, something of the sizes that I used to do. So the smaller ones might be, you know, 15 or 20 bikes, and the larger ones would be 40 or 50. What does everyone think? Would you be interested in a ride like the ones we used to do? Probably things like the Peak District, something like that, so it's available to people from all over the country. Let me know what you think in them there comments. I'll slow the group up at this point. This point caught me out when I had the Z1000SX. So I was pootling round here at about 60 miles an hour, and I got just past where the right hand turn sign is, and this is a deceptive corner, and I got about yeah, so, well, a little bit further back than I am now, and found a lot of gravel, and I couldn't slow the bike down. I ended up there, and I was lucky I didn't end up over there, because that's quite a drop. So it is a nasty bend, that one. It feels like it should be a lot faster than it is. In the dry, I tend to do about 40 miles an hour. You could do it faster if you really wanted to, but it's one of those now that it's lived on with me, that gravel. So I always slow it down a fair way. Only in this direction. In the other direction, I feel a lot more confident. I guess because I've not had that experience. So I'll actually go faster in the other direction than I will in this one, which is a bit odd, really. One of the things I suppose in its favour the other way, despite it being a sharper turn because it's on the inside of the corner at that point, is that it's uphill rather than down. And I definitely prefer uphill bends to downhill bends. A field full of metal detectorists. Sunshine! Hey! When you do this type of riding, I know there are some people that basically only ride to the coffee shop and back. I don't think I could live with that approach. I once took my bike in for an MOT, and there was a Goldwing, big touring bikes. You think, oh, big mileage bike. And I was chatting with the MOT testing guy, who's also a mechanic, and I said to him, oh, these things are proper distance machines, aren't they? Something along those lines. And he said, not this one. This one, he says, it comes in, he has his MOT done every year, and he's never put more than about 100 miles on it in that time. He goes to the local cafe that's about 2 or 3 miles away every few weeks, only during summer and spring, and then he brings it for its MOT. I don't think I could be one of those people, but when you do this kind of ride where you're heading off to do a decent distance, I mean, it's not much today, to be fair. My whole ride will be about 160 miles, I think, so it's not huge. That includes getting back home as well, so but when you do that kind of thing and go further afield, you kind of have to become a bit of a weather forecaster, don't you? If you want the best ride. I don't mind riding in the wet. I mean, I've got my jeans on today, so I don't want to get soaked, but I've got my waterproofs in my top box. But I prefer riding in the dry to riding in the wet. I don't do riding in ice and snow. I've done that a couple of times. Got very, very cold. It's not much fun, and there tends to be salt under it, and I don't like getting salt on the bikes. But yeah, you tend to become a bit of a weather forecaster, and it's been one of those today. This was what we hoped for, was to the north. Suddenly we'd drop out of the cloud, and we just did. And look at it now. The roads are almost dry. I reckon give it 20 minutes they'll be bone dry, unless more rain comes through, of course. Clearly the ground is wet because there's a lot of mist starting to come up off the fields, but we've got what we wanted. A nice sunny autumn day. It's the middle of autumn now. I can't remember the exact date, I never can, but we're just past the middle of November. Apparently there is a cold snap coming with Arctic air coming, and it's going to get down as far as me, which means they probably are going to get the salt out tomorrow night. So best enjoy it while I can. I will ACF 50 the bike in case it gets a bit of salt on it, but it's so hard to keep them clean and dry and salt free once they have started blathering the roads in and stuff. Around here they make the roads absolutely white with it. It's really fine, and you tend to be riding through clouds of salt, which is no good at all, is it really? That little village was Stonegrave, and that was actually the village that I went through the first time I ever rode in snow. It was on my XJ6, my first non-125 bike, with Mrs. C on the back, and we'd been to a charity run. I think it was the Squire's Christmas run, toy run. So you know, take toys to the cafe, and they give the toys to children, and they take a £5 off you to go to the air ambulance, that kind of thing. And we'd done the toy run, and we were heading back, and all down here was snow. And we were both freezing. It was before I had heated grips as well. I think it was the first December after I'd passed my test, and we had some of those little clicky things, little packs, plastic packs with a liquid in. You kind of click a bit of metal and it turns to a crystal and heats up. But we only had one set, so we had to time it carefully to pull over, click them, warm both our hands up, both of the people and both hands. You know, we don't have one hand each, and then carry on with the ride. I soon learned that heated grips are a must. Oh, we're coming into Helmsley now. This is our first stop. I'm not sure if Helmsley is a village or a town. Could be a small town or a reasonable sized village. Probably a village. It's very pretty, but it's a pain for parking. They have a big motorcycle parking area that's very often completely full. Might not be today, but you have to pay to park in it. What's that all about? Very pretty little place. We're stopping here just for petrol, because it's the start of that bit of road that makes up the first bit of the North Yorkshire TT. Oh, they got Dodgem cars. We could have a go on a Dodgems. Parking even more of a problem, seeing as we've taken the entire parking area and turned it into a little fairground. We're just going to sneak around the corner though to the petrol station. So I'll wrap this one up, show you the TT road on the next one. Thanks for watching everyone, ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.